Hey everyone, it's James Bowerman with the Real Creative Group of Douglas Realty, and this is your August 2021 real estate market update. So let's dive into the numbers and kind of see where the market's at, and then at the end I'm going to give you kind of my feedback and just last thoughts on where I think the market's trending and what we can expect over the next couple months, even couple years. So to start with, 155 homes coming soon. These are new listings that'll be on the market within the next 21 days or so. This is slightly down over what we saw last month. Active listings. Now we saw a pretty significant change here. Overall pretty low, but still a big jump from where this was last month, up to 1,006 homes actively for sale in the market. So it got back into the thousands instead of just the hundreds. Overall, this was just shy of where we were last year at 1,078 homes. So that's a good sign to see more inventory coming on the market. Just additionally to note though, in 2019, we had 2,325 homes active on the market, which is more than double what we're currently seeing right now. Next, we'll look at under contract. We saw 1,721 homes go under contract, and that is slightly down about 5% from last month, and overall about a 12% decrease compared to this time last year. Next, let's take a look at homes sold. These are homes sold last month in July. We had 1,172 of them. This is actually a 9% decrease compared to the previous month in June when we saw 1,284 homes sold. Overall, it's a 5% decrease from the 1,230 homes sold this time last year as well. But note that in July of 2020, that was the month where we saw the most significant number of home sales of any month that year. All right, lastly, months of inventory, again, less than 1 month. Increased slightly, getting close, like 0.85, but overall, not a lot of inventory out there. If no new homes came on the market, within a month, everything would technically, or theoretically, I should say, be sold. Next, let's take a look at the time on market. So a slight uptick, more days on market. We went from 12 to 14 days on average, and the median increased from 5 to 6 days. So not a significant time, but nonetheless, homes are taking a little bit longer to sell. All right, finally, let's dive into the prices, and then I'll give you my closing thoughts on the market and where we're trending. Last month, those homes in July averaged $506,532. They sold for about 1.5% over the list price. This is actually a slight decrease. Last month it was 1.8, but still selling 1.5% over list price. It tells you that there's still competition out there, and it's still in the mindset of the buyers that they have to put forward a strong offer, typically above list, to lock things up. And finally, when we compare it to last year, we saw about an 8% increase when the average home was selling for about $468,108. So that is also down slightly from last month, but overall, you got some equity. All right, so my closing thoughts. As predicted, we did see a summer slowdown, and this is probably going to continue to trend as we get into the fall and the cooler holiday season moving forward. However, inventory does continue to be historically low, so we're probably still going to have buyers competing, but maybe instead of 5 offers, we'll be receiving 2 offers. Now, as this trends, I would expect to see a little bit of FOMO, a little bit of fear of missing out from sellers trying to get their home on the market and still take advantage of this low inventory. And ultimately, there will be a slowdown, and this is good news for buyers. We're going to have more options for them and a little bit less competition as we get into the winter months. And finally, it's just a matter of time before interest rates do start to go back up. And when they do, it's going to push some buyers out of the market when they can't afford what the home prices are currently with the increased mortgage payment. So with that said, most experts do predict that, over the next 2 or 3 years, we're still going to see a strong market. We're not going to see a crash. This is not 2008, but it will be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of months once schools open up in September, especially with COVID and a new Delta strain possibilities. So something to keep an eye on, unknowns. We'll see what happens. All right, that's gonna do it for this month's market update. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, if you have any questions, you're thinking about buying, thinking about selling, would love to be able to help you out. So leave a comment below. And until next time, thanks again, and we'll see you again soon.